shrine to college basketball, and I thought it worked. I thought our guys came out very comfortable, confident. We played the best 15, 16 minutes we've played all year on both ends of the floor. And there came a point in time there like where the ball just would not go in the basket. It was flying around and getting some great looks, and it didn't go in. And we flinched, just like we did the other night on the road. And then we were able to recover the other night, dealing with a totally different opponent. Then I didn't think the second half we played very well. Certainly you got to give Kentucky a lot of credit for that. So I think it showed. These games are evaluations, and they always show what you can do well, and they show where you need to get better. And I really love my team. I enjoy them. This was a learning lesson tonight. We will look at this and evaluate. We will get home. We will work out tomorrow. We'll have Thanksgiving dinner together. We'll try to do a great job with nutrition and hydration, rest and recovery. And then we'll get on a bus and we'll go to Athens, Georgia, and try it again.
All right. If you have a question for Coach, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you.
John, you've obviously seen a lot of Kentucky teams over the years. Just as you were preparing for this game, what do you think of this team Mark's put together and maybe their upside down the road?
Yeah, I think we're super proud of Mark. I can't tell you how it feels to have one of our own here. And that is certainly, I love our past and appreciative. It's respected and revered. But to have a national championship guy in that seat, somebody that understands the respect that this place deserves. And this is a place that still respects the past. So much so that hopefully it inspires the future. I was one of those guys. I watched guys do it so well that I wanted to do that someday. So I am so happy that he's here. The team is deep. The team is skilled. I think they got a tremendous upside. They will not be the same team 30 days from now, 60 days from now. They're going to continue to get better and better and better. I think they can play different ways. Clearly, they're still trying to find themselves. Tonight, they didn't have one of their toughest guys out there. Cat's going to have a good year.
Oh, just what did it mean to have some of your other unforgettables out here supporting you?
I'm probably saying it right now. You know, certainly a guy who's very humble, always hungry, love the competition. It's all about my team. It's about those guys. I love them. They are in the gym early and they're in the gym late. I respect that. They love the game the way I love the game. They don't like the game like I like ice cream. I think ice cream's fantastic, but I couldn't tell you the last time I had it. So when somebody says they want to be really good at basketball, and I don't see you in the gym, I got a problem with that. So I really respect our assistant coaches for understanding with me what works, because I'm still a very young man, but 15 years doesn't seem like a very long time to me. And if I'm going to do this, I want to do it with people that are like-minded. So tonight was about our guys and what we could do to get better. That's coach speak. The reality of it, those guys, the experience, it means everything. So when this whole thing started, I was back here with Reed Shepard and doing something for him, and Jeff and Mark showed up and said, "You want to play?" And I said, "Absolutely not." I went home to my point guard, who points everything I do wrong. "You're playing the game." I said, "I'm not playing the game." Called Darren, called Woody. They said, "You need to get back up here." I said, "Well, I got to find an excuse to go play the game." And obviously, where we are, we have to play some of these games and everything. I've got such a relationship with this place, this building. It's like, I was thinking about it because I told everybody I got a 41-year relationship, and I lied. I don't like to lie. Because when I was running today on the golf course at the Marriott Griffin Gate, my relationship started before that. My family didn't go to the beach. My family didn't go to Disney World. We went to the state tournament. And I had to save my quarters if I wanted to play the arcade games. That's when my relationship started here. Watching Troy McCanley. Watching all these guys have success in the state tournament. I wanted to be a part of that so bad. And I had a chance to do it. Then I had a chance to play here. Then I had a chance to be an assistant coach. I had a chance to be a head coach here now on 3 occasions. It's not just another place. And those guys that I spent time with, doesn't matter how often or how little we talk. It's a very emotional thing. And coming back here, because I'm still in leadership, I often don't stop and think about it when I get in the building. Certainly the ride up, when we leave, when I get a chance to be alone and meditate and think things flood back at me, sometimes in an interview, maybe like I'm doing right now, because I've still got work to do. I'm not done yet. There's things I still want to accomplish. But it's just a different feeling as being a kid from the state with what we went through, how hard it was, and what we accomplished. People ask me all the time about our team and how you feel about it, why you think Kentucky's so special. I'll tell you why. I'll try to say this the correct way. If I told you guys you could come and play at the University of Kentucky, the winningest program in the history of the game, you could play for a Hall of Fame coach, you'd go to the NCAA tournament year in, year out, and compete for a national championship, everybody would sign up for that. So did we. What if I changed this question? And I said, you can come to the University of Kentucky, where nobody thinks you can play there. They don't think you belong. Your coach is going to get fired. You're going to go on probation. And you're not going to be able to compete in the NCAA tournament. And it's going to be like the worst time ever. Like the Roman Empire has fallen, and the enemy is at the gate. And boy, were they cocky and confident. Everybody said it. They were unashamedly saying, well, this is the year we beat Kentucky twice. We're gonna beat them, and they don't sweep us. Those guys that you mentioned, my teammates, they're a different breed of cat. Some might even say unforgettable. All I know is they signed up in the best of times, and they stayed in the worst of times. It's really hard to put into words because most of it are feelings and experience. But we'll never give up on the University of Kentucky. We'll never quit. We'll never turn our back on this program. And that's why it's the winningest program in the history of the game.
John, if you could walk into this building at night, be the only person in the whole building, what would be the first memory that you think would come to mind?
Oh, man, I don't know. I mean, I remember the first time I played here against Washington County and Kevin Ellery. Not being very good in the first half. I remember playing Hopkinsville, and they ended up winning it all. We came back the next year. We played Hopkinsville and didn't get out of the first round. We came back here a third time. My high school coach is here tonight. I owe him so much. And then we're leading. We're up 5 going in the fourth quarter against Louisville Ballard, a guy named Allen Houston. We missed our first 10 shots, excruciating pain. I'm a little bit like, I guess it was Ruff's Runs that lost the one game. Like some of these memories I have are like that. Being here at Kentucky, though, I mean, it's when Coach Pitino showed up. We're very fortunate. We get the label of unforgettable. So is CM Newton. So is Rick Pitino. So is the Monster Mash. Those guys took us to an unbelievable place. I guess there's a lot of games, you know, that kind of stand out to me. There was a game here, Coach's first year, we played Tennessee, and there was no way we should have won the game. And the place was absolutely bananas. I know that our team didn't hang one of those precious pieces of cloth up there of those 8 championships. But what we have, I think, is because of where the program was. Our fans were so great that they showed up. Instead of putting on a show for us, we're going to be here in record numbers. And from the start of the game, we are going to cheer for you, we're going to encourage you, and we are going to try to inspire you. They knew we needed help. They knew what we had wasn't enough. My 2 years prior to that, it was not the same. Those last 3 years, I think that stuff is kind of what would flood my mind, because no matter where we went, it wasn't just Rupp Arena. Our fans show up and show out everywhere. They find their way into a building. People change their ticket policies so that Kentucky fans can't get a ticket. Probably just a tremendous amount of respect and humility that's the fact my jersey's still up there. I tried to tell my players, they kind of said, look at it, Coach, what do you think about that? I said, listen, I'm just glad it's still up there. If they take it down tomorrow, I'll understand. It's been a great run. I look around that jersey at how many great ones are up there. The real 34, Kenny Walker? Are you kidding me? Yeah, there's probably a good chance I'd sit down and act like this.
Hey, John, kind of want to piggyback off some of those thoughts about the fans and your experience here. Your guys played their hearts out in 25-25 with about 7 minutes to go in the first half. And that lineup that Mark had on the floor had guys kind of diving on the floor, defending, running, things that you probably recognized or could relate to. Did you kind of have a sense then when the fans got into it that this game was turning at that point?
Yeah, the zone worked really well for us, and they were forced to kind of play some different lineups. And the second half, he made some great adjustments. He's a great coach, and their personnel, they played much better in the second half, and some of those things just changed the game. And when you get out of position for a second against a team like this with that talent, they make you pay. And then the one thing I do know, because I've experienced it so many times, when Sean Woods would actually pass me the ball and we would make a 3, and then Darren would make one, and then Richie would make one, the building gets really hot. And it kind of snowballs. And then maybe he'll even bank in a little runner down to the left-hand side of the floor. So, yeah, it got a little bit crazy there, and some of those shots were spectacular.
Couple more, Mark and Daryl.
John, I know you were coaching against Kentucky tonight, but as a pretty good small forward from Eastern Kentucky, was it sort of fitting that Trent Noah, a small forward from Eastern Kentucky, probably played his best game of the year with you in the building?
I'm not impressed. You're right. It's hard sometimes for me to see it all because I try to stay at 30,000 feet to see what's going on and to try to get my guys into the next play and make some adjustment. But it looks like he's trying to take a step. It looks like he's trying to take advantage of his opportunity. And the thing I would tell him and tell all those guys, you can do it. Question is, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to give up to get it? Because here, it's going to cost you everything if you want it. It's going to cost you everything. You don't really have that many choices if you want to be great. And this place, I love it when people say, oh, there's a standard we play to. Yeah, there is a standard in college basketball. And then there's Kentucky. And I know that sometimes that can overwhelm people. But listen, you said it, I shouldn't be sitting here. I'm a 6'7" guy who came here at 172 pounds. I had to win an award to get here. I'm not even into individual awards, but if it wasn't for that award, I would have never been here. They told me that they were going to give me a scholarship if Buddy Harmon, Sean Higgins, and Marcus Liberty were going to come. I know they ain't getting those guys. I'm taking that deal. I didn't get it. My heart was broken. I had a decision to make. How bad do you want this? Everybody says they do. Go get it. So I hope that he's feeling some of those things, because this doesn't happen every day. Playing here doesn't happen every day, and there's an hourglass, there's a time, it's an expiration date. This is not permanent. Go take advantage of your opportunity. Good for him.
Actually, I was going to ask about Trent, because from the perspective, he's from Harlan, you're from Paintsville. How hard is it for a kid from the 606 who's their dreamed their whole life to play here, not to try too hard to try to make it happen?
Yeah, I think it's just different back there. So much so I got it tattooed on my left bicep. Puts it really close to my heart. I can remember we had TV. We had more than one channel. But if Kentucky played at 1 o'clock on a Saturday at Auburn against Charles Barkley, Chuck Person, Chris Morris, and you had Dickie Bill and Dinner Bell Mel and Charlie Hurt, we were all watching it. We were all watching it. And by 3:30, we're either on the playground or we're in the gym trying to do what those guys did. Just the way it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's us. I don't know if it's my parents. It's kind of like my Lord and Savior. I don't know when he showed up. I just know he's there. It's kind of the way you feel about this program. We love our family. We know we got to work to provide for that family. What's going on with the Cats?